Hey everyone, it's Jason from EskimoTV.net, and today I'm going to be reviewing Dexter New Blood, Episode 3, Smoke Signals. This episode starts off pretty crazy. Dexter learns that there's cameras at the scene of the crime. His heart drops when he's brought into an interrogation. He thinks that this is over. Oh well, and your heart kind of sinks thinking cameras. Luckily, this is just heat thermal cameras. There's no detail, luckily for Dexter that is. And the police just want to ask him with his gun experience, what type of gun is the one that Matt's holding. He gets later asked, what's the gun that the other victim's holding? Assuming he probably might have thrown them off, or maybe just maybe it was true that the gun that he had is similar to a lot of other guns. I thought that the beginning of this episode was a good way to have the audience's heart members drop. Because when you think cameras, you think that there's going to be a big reveal, but then there's a little bit of a fake suspense thrill. You later learn what this actually was. Nonetheless, I thought it was a good way to grab our attention and move on to what the rest of this episode had to say. It was very creative, and I was intrigued from the beginning of the episode. Ethan gets introduced in this episode. This is a student at Harrison's high school who is the outcast of the school, seems to get bullied by a group of boys. They're actually sending him text, making him think that he's talking to a really pretty girl in their grade, but in reality, it's them just trying to poke fun at this dude that doesn't have any friends or anyone to rely on. Harrison sees this as bullying and actually stands up for Ethan. Initially, I thought that this would be a simple, sweet friendship, similar to what we've seen with Audrey and Harrison. That belief quickly dissipated as you see Ethan show Harrison drawings from his journal. They're violent, they're gory, and you don't really get to see too much of Harrison's reaction, but he doesn't act totally disgusted. He looks at these images kind of indifferently, and it makes you wonder if there's something going on with Harrison. How much I want to unveil what happens in episode 4. There is more to that storyline, but I won't give any details. But I will definitely say that next week's episode is going to be really good, so make sure you all stay tuned for that. Less interestingly in the episode, but potentially very relevant, you have the forensic analyst that comes into the picture and tells his version of what happened. Dexter seems to be a little bit nerve-wracked, thinking this guy's good. This guy's basically telling the whole story, how this happened. I like how it cuts to what happened with Dexter, and it shows images of him and Matt at this scene of the crime. You also have Molly Park being introduced in this episode. She's a famous podcaster that covers true crime, and you sort of wonder what her role's going to be. I think that she will definitely play a consistent role in the next few episodes. I'm curious to see where she goes and the significance that she'll have on our story. The police say they're going to have the dogs search the area. Dexter gets nervous, takes Matt's article of clothing, drags it throughout the woods to throw the dogs off, eventually ends up burning Matt's body. The end of the episode is such a good, unexpected, bizarre ending. It makes you wonder a lot of different things. What ends up happening is Matt's dad, Kurt, actually comes forth to Dexter, having had a little bit too much to drink, and does claim that not only did he talk to Matt, but that he FaceTimed him. Now, we know that that's not true because we already know what Dexter did, but what we want to know is, why did this lie come out? What is Dexter's plan and response to this? Why would Kurt do that? I like this ending. Obviously, they're going to try to get you to come back. They leave you hanging on a cliffhanger, but some of the best endings and some of the best shows have a question lead to a question, and this is one of those things that you did not see coming. It was definitely unexpected. I thought it was a good way to end this third episode, because now if Kurt is claiming that Matt really is alive. What's going to happen? This next episode is probably going to touch on what will Angela do in response to this information that Matt's been found. What is Harrison going to do in response to Ethan showing him these images? Is that going to cause any more drama between Ethan, Harrison, and these bullies? I can't wait to talk about next week's episode with you all. I think next episode, I've already checked it out so far. I think next week's episode might be my favorite one out of the 4 I've seen so far. So make sure you all come back for that so that way we can chat details. I'm going to give Dexter New Blood episode 3 Smoke Signals a B+. I hope you all enjoyed my review of Dexter New Blood episode 3. If you did, smash that like button. You can also consider subscribing to the channel where you can come back week after week to see my thoughts, hear my recap on the recent episode. I would love to know what you all thought about it. Jump down in the comments and let me know what you think is going to happen in the weeks to follow. My name is Jason Escamilla from EskimoTV.net. Feel free to check out that website for more reviews, unboxing videos of home entertainment, and more. Once again, my name is Jason Escamilla from EskimoTV.net.